Would you fly in an all-electric aircraft? Check out some of the coolest electric planes on the market. Number 10. This plane is one of the most famous electric planes to come to the market. It was founded by a small-time businessman in Shanghai who is an aviation enthusiast. He was able to completely design and build a full-sized light electric plane by himself. It has now been established and proven to be one of the best ultralight single-seater electric planes to date. Being electric and having a max speed of 80 miles per hour, it's a great starter for new pilots. Even with a quick stop after the battery has been drained, it only takes a little under 3 hours for a recharge. Number 9. This older styled electric plane can really pack a punch, but don't let its design fool you. It's one of the first electric planes to ever cross the English Channel. Surprisingly enough, the pilot did not even have clearance to make the flight and was ordered to stop at takeoff. Obviously, he didn't listen and flew anyways. Even though it's one of the smallest electric planes, they were still able to fit two 35 horsepower electric motors in the aircraft that's no bigger than a small-sized car. We don't think he'll be making this flight again anytime soon, but sometimes you just can't follow the rules and you have to take that leap not knowing the consequences. Number 8. When looking at this first electric airplane, we turn toward the country of Portugal, which doesn't have a very huge aviation legacy behind it. That didn't stop them when coming out with this very smart idea for a plane with more features than most sports cars. This awesome little plane uses a 3-phase 40 kilowatt motor which run perpendicular to the plane. They are attached to a boom that is retractable, so they are able to fold back towards the fuselage. The engines are only used during takeoff to achieve enough thrust for lift off the ground. After this, they return back to their folded position so the plane can remain as aerodynamic as possible. This allows the plane to glide at the proper altitude for as long as the pilot wishes. Number 7. Everyone get ready for this because 1. It's actually one of the fastest electric plane ever to be built so far, and if you blink, you might miss it. In 2012, it reached speeds over 200 miles per hour and has been noted that the pilot was not even giving it full throttle. This is almost groundbreaking because they did not think they would have enough power to reach those kinds of speeds after takeoff. The design of the engine in this plane is what really takes the cake. They use a customized 258 horsepower liquid-cooled DC brushless electric motor that can produce a staggering 400 foot-pounds of torque. They also have future designs of creating battery pods that hang from the bottom of the plane that can be transferred out mid-flight and rebalanced to achieve even longer flight times. Number 6. At the time of its design, this airplane was actually completely unheard of. Rather than design complicated mechanisms for a retractable mast with an engine and a foldable propeller that sits in a bay behind the pilot, the company decided to put an electric engine in the nose of the glider and the batteries in the compartment that's usually reserved for a small 2-stroke engine. It's actually pretty smart when you start thinking about it. The brushless engine drives an ultralight carbon propeller that folds perfectly along the fuselage and fits snugly into thinly modeled recesses when not being used. Number 5. Up next is this awesome looking 2-people electric airplane. Now don't let its smallish stature deceive you. It's actually in the same line of production of other prize-winning light aircraft. The Taurus G2 is the first electric plane this aircraft manufacturer has ever made. Not only was it their first, but it's one of the first twin-wing electric fuselage planes and even won Google's Green Flight Challenge in 2011. It features a 40 kilowatt engine and a lithium-ion battery pack that lets it climb to nearly 6,500 feet in the sky. Wow! With a custom solar-powered trailer that can charge the entire plane's battery in just 5 hours. The goal was to improve on their technological improvements by making a plane that could climb faster and has a short takeoff run than any of their non-electric planes. Hey, at least they were honest. Number 4. The Sunseeker family of gliders has roots in the solar game dating back over 30 years ago. So when it comes to solar power electric flying machines, they have some of the most experience out there. The Sunseeker Duo was a special design made by one of the engineers at the company who thought it should be a two-seater instead of just one. It's always better to have a friend with you on a trip. With solar panels placed perfectly on the surface of the wings and the tail, this plane can cruise under the power generated by its own cells. It also features a sliding canopy that provides the best in-flight views in any class, swiveling tablet support for the next generation avionics, and maps running on an iPad or Android device. Oh, did we mention it has completely reclinable seats? So don't be afraid to lay back and take a load off, just as long as you have a co-pilot. Number 3. This one is kind of crazy looking and is also kind of a crazy design, so bear with us. It is a full carbon fiber design to make it as light as humanly possible. To get this baby off the ground, it uses you, the pilot, jogging off a hill, almost as a leap of faith. Once airborne, you tuck your feet up and allow the very small engine to help keep you at a gliding altitude. Another awesome feature is the electric propulsion kit, which allows for a stronger and more sustained glide, and it can be easily added to any current gliders as well. This design is almost a hang glider and electric paraglider combined into one, making for a very interesting and new idea brought all into one. Number 2. This has earned a place on our list because of the sheer ingenuity that went into this plane. This is the first of 2 aircraft planned by the Switzerland-based group. It has a wingspan of a major airliner. Yes, you heard us right, the same wingspan as a full-size airliner. To be exact, it's 206 feet, but its honeycomb-shaped carbon fiber reinforced structure keeps the weight down to that of a small car. The bulk of the weight comes from just the batteries. Crazy. The low weight and its sleek design mean it can get by on 4 7.35 kilowatt motors. It flies at an average speed of 45 miles per hour, and it fears rain and winds that any student pilot could handle without too much worry. Number 1. This pick had to make it in our number 1 spot. It's actually the most advanced electric plane that money can buy. With the all-new design of the wing profile along with the newly optimized fuselage interface, it gives this plane an insane glide ratio of 60. Now, when we break that down and do some super cool math, that equals to nearly 37 miles when you start a glide at 3,200 feet high. Wow, our teachers were right. We did use this stuff outside of school. Anyways, the impressive engineering that went behind this glider takes the cake for sure. It's one of the few production gliders equipped with a crash-proof cockpit, and the design and manufacturing process of each component has been thoroughly assessed by German aviation authorities. In fact, it's the world's first electric plane ever to receive a certification by the Aviation Authority. Now, if that doesn't make you feel safe when flying, we don't know what will.
Hey guys, this is Cassie. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell us in the comments below what you found to be the most interesting and why. Also, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the bell notification next to the subscribe button to stay up to date with all of our latest videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.